As we welcome to the floor, fourth and final heats. Test 4 and 5 are upon us. And are we going to see some more amazing weights shifted? And if you're sitting out the back corralling and you hear that noise, wow, it's got to pump you up. Individual test number 4, first off the cab rank.
800-meter run, max snatch weight in time remaining. 6-minute time cap. We've seen some big lifts already in our previous heats.
And the run times are fairly comparable with everywhere else in the world, and it's about 3.5 minutes for an 800-meter run. To give themselves 2.5 minutes to possibly get 3, maybe 4 lifts if they can.
That's right. Test 4 is all about how much weight you're shifting.
Our heat list for our fourth and final heat for the individual men for day 2 of competition at the Torian Pro. Jake Douglas, look out. Bailey Martin will be there joining him, so those 2 lanes in particular, 6 and 7, are going to be the ones to really look out for. Jake Crouch is no slouch either. And I love it when they're setting their weights up early, and you can see exactly what we're going to start out with at 245 for Bailey Martin, just to make sure he can get that in the bag.
Getting a lift on the board, making sure you don't get a 0 on this test. And it needs to be a decent lift too in case you miss your next lifts.
250, wow. And this is where Bailey Martin is going to shine. He loves getting under a heavy barbell. He's going to start off with about 113 kilos. Not far away from our start. Jake Douglas in 7. Bailey Martin in 6. Underway for test number 4. Now, interesting coming into this of how they attack the run and how to succeed fully in test 4. And for those, recipes for success thanks to RP Strength.
Watch your clock and get a good lift on the board.
Watching the clock, very important. I don't watch a clock myself, I watch a sundial. But you've got to know exactly where you are in the test at every stage. And take $10 off your first order. Use the discount code Torian10. T's and C's apply. Just scan the QR code on your screen. Athletes running to the assault air runner to get the 800-meter start. So it's almost an 830-meter run.
We haven't seen any athletes hammer this first 800-meter run. They're all just sitting at a steady pace to give themselves enough time to get off, compose themselves before that first lift.
Will Carney, second athlete from the left. Pete Ellis is on the far left. Will Carney currently sitting in 3rd. Currently only 6 points back from Jake Douglas in 2nd. With an 8th, a 9th, and a 4th. Very respectable results coming in. That's our 2nd place qualifier after quarterfinals. This is where the business is going to happen in the next 15 minutes. Jake Douglas on the right, Bailey Martin on the left. And they both, you look at both of their frames and they both have a similar max snatch.
That's what I love about the weightlifting element in CrossFit. I obviously love weightlifting, but I love the weightlifting element in CrossFit that you see so many different variances in size and body weight and what the human body is able to do at those different sizes. You're going to see some small people lifting some really big weight. And some big people lifting some extra big weight.
Bailey Martin, a former junior long jumper. Not that that's going to help him much here.
But the explosiveness that comes from long jumping translates to weightlifting.
Pete Ellis, Zach Thomas, Riley Smith, your first three. Jay Crouch, the fourth. Zach with a great day one. Your leader. Overnights coming in, Will Carney. Strolling back. Carney going back to his days training at CrossFit Gladstone. Shane and Tia. He'll be the first to lift the bar. Conservative 225, making sure you nail one, get a score on the board. Riley Smith with 255, and that's a fail. And that messes with your head a little.
Yeah, it does. You have to make sure you don't let that panic set in.
Better that time.
He's fine, he's fine.
Maybe a few nerves. Less than 2 minutes. Still chasing. 305. Darcy Hancock. Jason Hopper. 138 kilos. Jake Douglas at the back, far right of screen. Successful with that one. Bailey Martin comfortable with his. Oh, here we go. 2:95 with over a minute to go. Oh, easy as you like, Jake Douglas.
The thing I love about watching Jake Douglas snatch is he's got such big shoulders, but man, does he look good overhead.
He has the mobility I dream of, and the muscles as well. Here we go. This is for a worldwide test record. 310 pounds. $141 kilos. The crowd is going bananas here. Jake settling himself. This crowd is going to go off if he nails this. Oh, yes! The test records keep dropping here like flies in the Oceania region. And Jake Douglas jumps into first with another 100 points. Oh, how do you settle yourself after that?
He had more in the tank.
He did. Oh, crazy. You're going to make a statement. Make it on a Saturday night, Pat Rafter Arena. Talk me through this, Pip.
Wow. Just his bottom position so fast into the bottom. His lockout overhead, just stable as anything. Once that bar's over his head, nothing's going to stop him.
Individual test number 5 coming up now. We're going to sort of settle down a little bit.
8 snatches at 185 pounds for the men into an 800-meter run, 6-minute cap.
That 6 minutes went past really quick. This 6 minutes is going to go past even quicker, considering they're only getting just over the halfway point and trying to chase down Jeff Adler's 3 minutes flat.
Now we just saw Jake Douglas lift monster weight grabbing himself 100 points, but there's some other guys out here that are very fast runners.
We know the barbell cycle from Jake Douglas is going to be quick, considering it's about just over half of what that, sorry, just under half of what that was he just lifted. So this should be pretty easy for him to cycle 8 reps.
But can he sprint 800 meters?
I've been keeping up on socials. He's done a lot of running. Test 5 underway, 8 reps. Who's got it? Jake Douglas looks good, and he's going to be the first on. Now, recipes for success thanks to RP strength.
Smooth and fast snatches and sprint.
Guess what? Jake Douglas's 310 pounds just then ties him for the 4th heaviest snatch of all time in the CrossFit Games season. That's including the entire year. 4th best ever and plenty more in the tank.
Unbelievable.
Take $10 off your first order. Use the discount code Torian10. T's and C's apply. Scan the QR code and get your TWL bargain today. Can you imagine the roar of this crowd once Jake Douglas's judge's hand goes in the air?
All the athletes have said it, Jeremy. There is nothing like a Torian Pro crowd.
And Jake Douglas, he is 40 points back from Jay Crouch. He is 6 points ahead of Will Carney, who is 2 points ahead of Bailey Martin. Results from the previous test important, but this one now is going to set these athletes up for success, day 3. Jay looking really good center of screen, but eyes, all eyes, you can't miss him either, are on Jake Douglas. Pete Ellis is moving past in lane 1. He's on the far left of screen. He is really hammering down Pete Ellis. He's done a James Newbury. Wow, Pete Ellis is really going for it. And it seems like it's early as well. 20 seconds to Jeff Adler's record of 3 minutes. Jay Crouch, we knew he was moving quick. Will Carney's in contention, as is Zach Thomas. Pete Ellis is sprinting. Wow, Jay Crouch. It looks like it's 3:04 as well. Will Carney, Pete Ellis, Zach Thomas, Bailey Martin, a great result. Riley Smith getting the jump on Jake Douglas. Zane Shalabert Healing will be our last. Jake Crouch, official time, 3:06. Oh, we have a sit down. What a great event the Torian Pro has put on. There is pink everywhere. The crowd is just electric. They've come to see something amazing, and they've seen it. Jake Douglas in test number 4, Jay Crouch in test 5.
And we have fire.
And we have fire. Take a leaf out of Tom Hanks's book. And this is exactly why we pack out Pat Rafter Arena every single year. For moments like these that people can take home with them. Jake Douglas, he's first for clean and jerk worldwide CrossFit Games season. He's now tied for 4th in the snatch. Impressive. Will Carney continues to impress. Is he going to be the one that sneaks into that top 3 tomorrow afternoon?
Will Carney just keeps doing what he needs to do. Sneaking in there on that bubble.
But Jake Douglas and Jay Crouch. See how those times pan out on the other 4 heats. And what a magnificent lift Jake Douglas brought the absolute house down. Let's head down to Caleb Banfield.